Minecraft. I'm aware. There's a lot that the CPU has to process and shit like that. But it seems like this is going to be posted on YouTube this time around. So this is probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream unless the game goes back up. So the first thing we're going to look at is this right here, which is what is coming up in the next season of the game. There's going to be the Warriors Assemble Battle Pass is going to be added. The new story is going to be added as well. They're going to be adding Riku and Clive into the game. Then Golden Week will be starting the day after the maintenance, which has a total of 99 free draws. That is very generous for a Square Enix game. They never normally give us that much of generosity within summons within the first fucking month of the game. They want this game to thrive, and you can definitely see it. Because this is a once per day free 11 ability draw. So this will last for about 9 days that you'll be able to get all these summons for, which is not bad at all, actually. Then we have the special login bonus. I have not seen what this holds in the login bonus, and then also the special missions. We have no idea what either of these have at the current point in time. Well, they are definitely going to give more mod coins out whenever there is new content. But the thing I will definitely say is that one main thing that we do need to keep an eye out for is these. These are in high abundance whenever they do content in games like this. That will be like your main form of being able to do summons is draw tickets. So you always want to pay attention to the draw tickets. You don't want to do them for singles, unless if you feel like you'll get something. I will not put any crap toward you toward that. If you feel like you'll have a good form of content of being able to pull something from this, please do it. If you follow your gut, sometimes you'll be able to get something nice. And then also the more character tickets, draw tickets, and more as well. Now, before I do these two, I'm going to do these two first. Primarily because these are the trailers, and I want to break these down piece by piece. So I will be turning down the music just a little bit more so you guys can hear me more fluently. Alright, so this is the first thing that they are going to be doing. This is basically something I think they did overnight. So if you have not logged into the game, and whenever the game is actually back up, please make sure to grab these. Please make sure to grab these and save them. These multis will be very important for this season, primarily because of the amount of content coming in it, and also the character content coming. These two new characters that are going to be added in the game are going to change the fucking meta. They're heavily going to change the meta. We have a character coming in that's going to do DOT, and we have a character coming in that boosts movement speed of allies with her signature. That is a very different take compared to the characters already in the game. So you do want to pay attention to the characters coming in and learn their movesets. This is very important. And then I wanted to mention this as well. Also, I did just check the game again. The game is still down, by the way. I wanted to mention this as well. So, these are all the characters who are currently in the game. These are everybody who is currently in the game. And about to be added is these two. The reason I mention this is because this is just the beginning of this game. This is it. This is just the beginning. To think about the characters they could add after this is fucking insane. Like, they really could do some crazy shit with this. And then... yeah, we'll do these two first. We'll do the trailers first. And then after, we'll do the Final Fantasy XIV content. Which I will need to update the stream title to have that as well. So give me 1 second. Oh. Give me 1 second. There we go. That should update in a second. Yep, there we go. Alright. So, chat, I'm gonna let you guys pick which one we watch first. Are we gonna watch Clive, or are we gonna watch Riku first? And I will be muting the music for this as well. I do want to hear the music they have actually for the video itself. However, I don't know if this will capture the window audio. Ah, here we go. Yep, I can do it that way. Alright, so the reason I ask who you guys want to see first is primarily because I want to see who you're more excited for. Are you more excited to see Clive, or are you more excited to see Riku? And then whoever you guys want to see first, we'll do them first. Because we have Clive here, and we have Riku here. So I want to let you guys actually pick. I think we'll start with Clive. Primarily because I will admit, I have seen a little bit for Riku. I will be honest. I have seen a little bit for her. But I have not seen anything of what Clive's content is for his for his kit. So we'll do Clive first. We're gonna turn that down. Ooh, the remix! I like that. Oh my god. Alright. That is fucking sick, for one. I'm not gonna lie. That looks fucking insane. But for one, I do want to talk about one thing I noticed with his kit here. If I can find it. Yeah, this. So, Phoenix Shift. This seems to work a lot like, This seems to work a lot like the ability that Renoa has. However, it seems to be a startup for a combat piece. I have played Final Fantasy 16, I will admit. But I did not beat it. And I will definitely say one thing that this is very exciting about is because you can do that, and it seems you can combo it. Because you can see That final frame right here, I want to see if I can slow it down, maybe? Yeah, I want to slow it down. This final frame right here, he might be able to follow up with a combo. It does seem like he might be able to do that, which is pretty sick. I will admit, that actually looks pretty cool. Burning Blade, that is some fucking range to it. That has some fucking range. This seems to be maybe a buff. His SR might be a damage buff or a movement buff. It might be one of those two. Or it could be his DOT. Because I know he does have DOT that he is able to achieve from the stuff that he can do. So it is possible that he could gain DOT from this move. And he also, another thing I'm wanting to mention, not many people have mentioned this with his trailer, he's in Ifrit mode with using this ult. Like, you can see it with his outfit right here. You can actually see it. Like, his ability, that doesn't have it. This does. So that might be how his damage is raised, is maybe he needs to hit a certain threshold or something. And then he'll enter Ifrit mode, kind of like maybe Onion Knight in a way. Where, like, he has to hit a certain level, or, like, maybe a certain amount of HP lost or something. And then he'll gain a damage buff. And that has some fucking timing on that attack. That has a lot of timing on that attack. That lasts a while, which is crazy. I'm excited, honestly, for these characters. I will admit, I'm mainly pulling for Riku. I won't lie. I'm being completely honest with you guys here. I'm mainly pulling for Riku. However, at the end of the day, Clive looks fucking insane. He looks really, really, really good. Alright, now we are going to move over to my favorite character. And this is Riku. Ooh, the remix battle music too sounds so fucking good. Okay, hold on. First thing I need to mention. I forgot to mention this about Clive's trailer as well. I didn't really pay much attention to it, unfortunately. Clive's casual outfit, this looks really good. This outfit here looks really fucking good. I really like it. And I'm wondering if his alternate weapon here, like this one, I'm wondering if the alternate weapon will become his Ifrit version. I'm very curious about that. His outfit looks really good for casual. Riku's is so fucking cute. This is really cute for a casual outfit. I love it so much. Alright, so the first thing I do need to mention, for one, her melee hits, I want you to pay attention to this. They have fucking AoE. I know normally a lot of characters tend to have that, but not on a fucking support character. Warrior of Light does not even have AoE on his fucking normal melee, besides the shield hit. The final hit on his combo has AoE, but not the entire thing. With Riku here, however, she has it for her entire kit, which is fucking insane. That means that they are paying attention to the problems that happen with support players, how they are being, like, pressed a lot, because obviously it is a support character, you're going to want to take them out. They seem to be paying attention to that, and they're making it so that the support players have more viability and more survivability on their own. Which is the reason I want to mention this. Riku's hold ability gives 20% movement speed to both allies. I'll repeat that. Gives 20% movement speed. If you add that on top of the best example here is this fucking lightning. This is the best fucking example they could have thrown right here. You add this 20% here onto a DPS character, they don't need to have certain things on them to kick your fucking ass. Imagine this 20% on a Kayn. And that's the best example right here because he's right fucking here. That 20% on a Kayn is going to be insane. Iroha is going to be really good with this 20%, but also not only DPS, being able to get out of fights. That's going to be really helpful too. So it seems like with Riku, you really want to pay attention to where your team is at. Because with this, you can be make or break for them getting out of a fight. You really can. Which seems really fucking crazy to me. Very, very crazy. Of course she's gotta have the grenades. Of course she has to have the fucking grenades. That has some fucking knockfire. She has her heat blaster! Okay, that's good. Alright, first things first, I want to talk about this grenade here. Personally, this is just me being biased. That does not have stun. I feel like that should have stun. I'm not gonna lie. However, with it having a launch up, like a launch upward, definitely does make up a little bit for not having stun. And for a support not having stun, it makes sense. It seems to be more of a damage dealer thing. So it makes sense that she does not have stun on this. However, this does seem to be a very good setup for like Cloud here using maybe like Cross Slash, or maybe Prompto using Crack Shot, or maybe a good one as well would probably be Army of One on Lightning. A lot of characters can benefit from this grenade having aerial, having the launch up, because this could be a very good setup here for a lot of characters. Like, that launches you up fairly high. And yes, they could probably get off like a UR or anything, but that is a very easy way to bait a UR. Because if they're going to be launched up, you're knowing exactly where the fuck they're going. And that's going to be very good. That means that Riku is more of a frontline support. Obviously, she's not meant to be down their throats, but at the same time, she's definitely meant to be up and personal. And this heat blaster here, this goes really quickly. Just about as fast as I would say maybe Warrior of Light's spin attack, which is really, really good. His Shining Shield, I think it is, Shining Saber. I don't really play Warrior too much, but this has really good priority. Not to mention, on top of it, look at the fucking range of this thing. This is just in front of her. This goes around her entire body. The range that this has, that's really good. They're taking that in the right fucking direction. Because one main thing a support player runs into a lot that's an issue is the circular motion. Like, for instance, I'm a Krill main. I mainly play Krill besides Onion Knight and Iroha. When I did used to play Krill a lot more, the main thing I would run into is if I'm dealing with enemy players and I'm trying to knock out mobs quicker, that high fucking cooldown, even if it's like 30 something seconds, that decent cooldown on that AoE is very detrimental, because that is Krill's only fucking attacking move. That is her only attacking move. Yes, she's meant to be support and meant to be, you know, a healer, but at the same time, if you get pushed by a player and you don't have an ally that's going to be able to help you, you're fucking dead. This is a really good step in the right direction, not only with Grenade, but also Heat Blaster, because you could use the Grenade and then either get out of combat, or you could use Heat Blaster, grab the crystal before they can grab it, and then hopefully you have a teammate you can rely on that could be able to finish the fight for you. Because I don't think Riku has high damage output. I'm not gonna lie, I was seeing how much damage she was doing to the monsters, which only seemed to be 300. However, we don't know what difficulty the bosses and the mini mobs are on with these trailers. This is 1721 overall, which seems to be just about Omega difficulty for these guys, but we don't know about the other one. We really don't. I feel like this is either Diamond or Omega difficulty for these mobs here. Alright, first thing I want to mention here, Mega Vitality. This is basically a Curaga for the entire fucking team. I don't know if people have been paying attention to what this fucking skill does. This skill heals 100% HP, and if I remember correctly, it removes all status ailments. Imagine, for instance, you need to heal a ally because they are getting fucking mollywopped, and they pop a selfie wall so that they can live at half health. You pop this shit when they're getting hit by a cross slash. If this removes status ailment, that is really fucking good for them because this will counter the stun meta if this has status ailment, like basically an Asuna, if they can be able to remove status ailments. That's really good for that, if they have that there. And then Quartet of Bravery. This skill here shares max bravery, or at least her bravery, with everyone. I assume this skill will probably have about the same cooldown as maybe... I would say maybe Meteor. I think this is probably going to have maybe a 70 to 80 second cooldown, if not higher, because of how strong it is. If they don't give this a smaller, like a higher cooldown, it will become a problem online. So this is more of a thing that I feel they will kind of make it a high risk, high reward type of thing. Like you'll gain max bravery, but you can't use it as often. So I feel like that'll be something they'll do for her. Honestly, looking back at this is like a really good way of doing Riku. Like she fits this role perfectly. She genuinely fits this role perfectly with being on support. And this is coming from somebody who I will admit is a little over biased. I will admit I love Riku. She is my favorite character of all time. Best girl, in my opinion. That is my opinion. But at the end of the day, I will also admit as well, she does have some broken shit in her kit. And if it does not have the proper cooldowns, she does seem like she will be a very good frontline support if her HP is not too low. If her HP and defense are not overly low, she does seem like she will probably be maybe a frontline support or maybe a midline support because of her grenade and also the heat blaster as well that she has. But I could definitely see some possibility of good residual effect with her. And definitely she pairs very fucking well with Clive. If you use some of Clive's abilities, because he has a high amount of AoE, at least 3 of his moves have AoE, and then one of them is a lunge. So it makes it really fucking good combo potential here between these two. But also, it seems like Riku probably will bounce the best off of Clive because he can get in and out of fights very easy. So he could probably get into her fight if she's being pushed by someone. That's what I'm thinking. Is probably like, for instance, you could be playing Riku, for instance, you could have maybe a Cane and an Onion, if he's level 9 probably, going after the support. I'm assuming the easiest thing that would probably happen is that you could probably do Heat Blaster or Grenade with Riku, and then if Clive jumps in, he could probably knock out both of them very quickly. Like, very, very quickly. But I will definitely say, from what I'm seeing with these two characters, they are in a very well step in the right direction, especially because we've only been in the game in a month. But they have been listening. They listen to the community. They've been listening to how people want more polls. We're getting more polls. They're hearing about how people want more rewards. We're getting more rewards. We're getting all the content that we want because they are listening to the players. And this is something that needs to be mentioned because a lot of people are not mentioning this. A lot of people are seeing it as that they're just going to go downhill again. And honestly, I can see why you would say that. But at the same time, at the end of the day, they are listening with the content and the characters that are coming into the game. I will admit I have not seen, unfortunately, what Y'shtola does, but I am going to see if I can pull that up right now for the ability index here. Where is... I don't think it has it just yet. Yeah, it does not seem like it does just yet. But it will have it soon, because this does not have all the information just yet. But this does get updated anytime there is a new update to the game. So whenever that does go up, I will make sure to mention about stuff to do with Y'shtola, because I don't know what the skill does yet. I'm pretty sure it might be a team-wide heal. I'm assuming it will probably be 60 to 50% of the HP of the entire team. It'll probably work a lot like the actual skill heal that's in the game, because that only does about 40%. Sometimes that's not enough, because there's times where that skill does not exactly connect. As AoE 5 hit, I thought it was a heal. I mean, granted, is she using Blood Lily? Because I went on the website, I didn't see anything. Let me pull this up again, and I'll see if I can find it. I don't see anything on here, though. Yeah, I don't see anything in here, and then if I go to the ability index, it's not in here either. Yep, I don't see it. Upcoming abilities. Hold on, I'm stupid. Okay. Yeah, I saw. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I realized my mistake. That I take ownership. It was my fault. Okay. So before we go through everything for the characters, we're gonna look at what fucking Y'shtola is. Okay, so it's Blizzard 4. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. So it is Blizzard 4. Um, I... Okay, attack nearby foes, medium damage. So this is an AoE. So this nearby foes, so it's probably just like directly on you. So it probably works a lot like how Blizzard 4 kind of works in the game for fucking 14. So it probably works a lot like that. All right, we're gonna save the URs for last. I'm gonna say this now. We're gonna save them for last. We're gonna do the rare abilities first, then the SRs. Attack foes in front of you, medium damage. I know this has a lunge. 500% damage potency per hit. That is very high, actually. Like, that is... Okay, so this does far more. At least, like, that's 600%. This is 500%. But that is still really decent damage. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's very middle of the road. It's, like, very, very middle of the road. It is extremely middle of the road. Then we have Grenade from Riku. This is a this is something I was wondering about. Yeah, so with this it knocks them into the air and then you leap backward. So this is a good move to be able to use to like disconnect from fights. Very, very good use of this move here will be able to be make or break for a good Riku player. Very make or break for a Riku player if you use it right. Um eh, it could be. Wait, no. No, it's not Cloud Braver. Cloud Braver, you lunge forward. You don't lunge back with it. Also, hi, Ricky. I'll put the music back on. Alright, next we have Will the Wykes. Okay, this is what I was wondering about. So this works a lot like, the Supreme Soul. This works a lot like Supreme Soul. That's what I was wondering about. So this does 60 per tick, 60% per tick. So this does work a lot like that Supreme Soul, which I was thinking it was very similar to. And then Heat Blaster. Obviously, yeah, just in terms of power, I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Nearby foes, low damage, damage potency, that's fine. Oh my Jesus. That's insane. I never noticed that. Alright, now let's get into Rising Flames. Attack foes in front of you. Attack, the first one is 160 damage potency per hit, and then 200% damage potency per hit as the AoE. So this is probably something you want to use directly in front of the boss, because you'll probably drop damage if they move away. And then Flames of Punishment. Oh, wow. So it works exactly like it does in the game. Clive is going to be a monster. Oh, shit. This fully restores HP and does 100 damage potency per hit. That is going to be a very strong ability. Because that's going to heal him mid-fight. If he uses this even in a PvP fight, this puts him ahead. That's insane. I didn't know it did that much. That's crazy. I knew about this. I did know about this. Double the max HP of all allies and fully recover their HP. Defense and healing does not affect extra HP. So with this, it doubles the max HP of your allies and then fully restores HP as well. That's not bad. That's really not at all. And then we have Quartet of Bravery. Copies own brave to all allies. Targets with higher brave are not affected. Oh, so if the allies you have with you have higher brave than you, they will not gain the bravery. That's a good way of balancing this. This has a 90-second cooldown. I want to look at the... Yeah, both of them are 90. That's a very good way of balancing. 110... That's a good way of balancing. 70, good way of balancing. Grenade only has 20. That's really good. 28. And then Yostola's is 36. Okay. That ain't bad at all. And then I do want to look at the upcoming characters information here for Clive. I want to see how he works. What are your passives? Ever Forward enhances normal attack during Bravery Burst. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. So his Bravery Burst... Okay, yeah, it feels super insane if one of your allies has Ramza, though. That's true. That is true. So if they Ramza you, everyone gets 9999. For sure. That is very good. That's a very good thought. It's a very good thought process. Okay, so... With Clive here, it seems like he gains his Fire of Ifrit ability when he's in Bravery Burst. That's what I'm getting from this. And it is Flame Tongue. Oh, that's sick. It did give him Flame Tongue. That's so sick. And then Riku. Yeah, her passive decrease the duration of all allies' status ailments. Oh, so she's gonna be a counter to Gaia. Oh my god, she's gonna be a counter to Gaia. She's actually a counter to Gaia. That's fucking crazy. Hold on, what is his, yeah, hold is Phoenix Shift. And then hers is increased movement speed. This is a really good thing. I need to start looking at this more. I'm fucking stupid. I can't believe I didn't look at this sooner. Yeah, upcoming. All of these. These are insane. Because the thing about it is that if you're in Bravery Burst, and you pop this in front of you, with the AoE, and then pop this after, even if you've been hit by fucking almost anything, you're gonna heal it back. Which is really good. These are really good abilities coming. Like, very, very good abilities coming. I wanted to see if there was any upcoming patch notes that you could be able to look at. I don't think you can, though. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can look at the patch until it actually happens. Which is fine. That's understandable. But yeah, this is going to be really fucking good. This is going to be really good for the content that we'll have here. I love her casual outfit, and I also love Clive's as well. They look really good. I would say we'll play some Dissidia today, but unfortunately the fucking game is down. So can't do that. But I will take another look at the game again to see if it is back up or not. Give me 1 second, I clicked the wrong thing. Here we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, the game is still down, unfortunately. So it's looking like we're not going to be able to play Dissidia today. However, I was supposed to record this. However, it does seem like since Dissidia is going to be down for the time being for today, I have a backup content. I want to take a look at some of the stuff that is going to be coming for the new content that will be released with 14. I want to see some of the new stuff coming. I want to see the new classes. I want to see everything. I know that the new classes have not been shown yet, and it seems the ultimate raid is going to be Kafka, which is pretty cool. But I do want to state, with the return of me playing Final Fantasy so much from playing Dissidia and everything, I have been thinking of getting back into 14 again. I'm not sure of when, but I am thinking of doing so. So let's take a look at what the new boss is. Oh my god. I love him. I'm sorry. Yes! They gave him the laugh too. Let's go. Oh my god. Ooh, he has his fucking true form as well. That is cool. That's really fucking cool. I'm sorry. That's really sick. I really like how that looks. That looks really sick. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really play 14 too much anymore, but I do want to get back into it because it looks really good. This is good for you guys. This is really good for you guys personally. If you guys have not played FF14 just yet, please download it because of this update that's coming on the 28th. Please do. It is worth the time. It is more than worth being able to put the time effort for it. I know it's a long game, I know, but it's fun, and the Shadowbringers expansion is definitely where the story starts to kick off a lot more. So just, if you are looking for it, forward to it, please, please, please do keep an eye out for it. All right, so this seems to be the new tank. This seems to be the new tank. This is Beastmaster. I will admit, it looks kind of... I'm getting Monster Hunter vibes from it. I'll be completely honest, I am getting Monster Hunter vibes from it. But it does look pretty good. It really does. And this seems to be some of the new concept art that is for the new dungeons, which is pretty cool. Wide new variety of gear and crafting. They're raising the level cap again, which is fucking mental. I don't think this game is ever gonna end. I'm not gonna lie. Additional updates. A brand new job action system. Reborn mode, keeping it familiar. Evolved mode, emphasizing individual skills. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so we've seen Beastmaster, but we don't know what the physical range DPS is just yet. We have no clue. Same region player matching will soon be available. Oh, that's pretty cool. Public fields. They're expanding the character customization? Oh, shit! Oh, wow. Face paint layering. That's so cute. You can toggle on and off select parts of individual gear pieces. Ooh, that makes me happy. That makes me really happy to see that. New hair, eye and skin tone. That's really good. I know what this reminds me of with this update here. This makes me think a lot of when Phantasy Star went New Genesis. That's what that makes me think of. It gives me a lot of New Genesis vibes for it, which is pretty cool. This is pretty cool right here. Introducing seasons. The new easy to understand season system will be implemented as a part of the updates for Final Fantasy XIV's game design. Oh my fucking god. This is the new HUD for your equipment? Bitch, this looks like I'm fucking playing Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, like right here, this fucking comment is perfect. That comment is perfect. Literally, this looks like I'm playing Final Fantasy 13 with this HUD right here. This looks insane. I love how good this looks, how simple, but also like very easy to digest. It's not over the top, but it's also not too simplistic for it to be boring. Like this is like right in between. It's very well made. It's very knowledgeable, but it's also not too hard to digest. And I really fucking like that. I really, really like that as well. More concept art, more concept art. This is apparently the end of the old era of Final Fantasy XIV as well, which this will be starting the Godless Realms saga. I think I might have to get back into this game. I might actually have to get back into this game. I'm not gonna lie. I need to find that pinned video. Here it is. Alright, we're gonna watch this. Because I have not seen this yet. Oh my god, yeah, that's so much content. So much content before this. I'm gonna turn down the music a bit. Don't want no problems with Square Enix. I love your games, please keep making them. Don't get me in trouble either. Why are you stuck? Ah, okay. It wasn't stuck, it was just loading.
Majestic trees stood sentinel over lands without end. From towering peaks sprang rivers, flowing into and feeding great seas. And noble kingdoms flourished, wanting for naught.
Okay, chat. I'm sorry to pause this for a second here, but it has just come to my attention that Dissidia has actually posted that they are under maintenance right now in the game, and there is a to be determined time when the game will actually be up again. I have also had it mentioned to me that there is apparently something else that was mentioned, which is this. This is the new teaser website that is forever cold. This has so much content information. This is apparently a new battle system that they're going to add. And then they're doing an Evangelion crossover. I love Evangelion. So honestly, I will definitely need to get back into this game. This looks really good. I love how this is done, how many changes they're doing to the game in a much higher light, and it makes me really happy to see because you don't normally see that. You really don't. You don't normally see something like this. So it makes me really happy to see that they're willing to do changes like this for their gaming content community because of what they have available for their not only their content but also for their actual viewers as a whole, which is crazy to me.